Today I had extra time, so I wanted to show you a little leg burnout that I do sometimes after my 10-minute band workouts. So using the band, I loop it around my ankles, and remember I like to do a full range of motion followed by half reps, then quarter reps, and then pulses. So for all these exercises, I will be doing that variation. As both a personal trainer and esthetician, I wanted to find a way to not only build muscle and change my body, but also address the aging skin concerns so many of us face as we are aging, especially the crepey skin and cellulite that gets worse with hormonal changes as we're going through perimenopause and menopause. The way I created this method of band work really helps increase the time under tension, which increases blood flow and circulation. So, as I was really studying blood flow and circulation and aging skin, I realized that this really helps with cellulite. We really need a lot of blood flow and circulation to really help flush out the toxins to smooth the skin. And in addition, this really helps to tighten the skin because when you use a strong band like this, the band really helps to build muscle with the increase in variation of the full reps, half reps, quarter reps, and pulses. In addition, it really helps to increase your strength. And I found the bands really helpful for mobility work and for balance, which are vital to improve as we age. Be sure to keep watching because at the end, I'm going to talk about the cellulite treatment that I do on my clients at my med spa and I do on myself at home. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to get better results when you are doing fascia sculpting to help reduce cellulite and skin firming. Also, there are a bunch of free guides down below on skin firming, on cellulite, on when you fall off of your diet, all different tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. I put together in some free guides, so be sure to look for those down below. I am also launching a 30-day band challenge, which is 10 minutes a day of band workouts, and I will give you stackable options for when you have extra time and also burnouts like this for when you want to focus on specific body parts that are really bothering you. So this is one group of specific exercises that really helped to firm up my knees, specifically the cellulite around my knees and on my legs. So I liked to do the outer thighs, the inner thighs, and then some leg extensions through the full range, half range, partial range, and the pulses. So this really helped me to firm up my legs so much faster than weight training. I had been weight training for years, was always skinny fat, and never was getting the results that I really wanted, especially with all the effort that I was putting in. So I really changed my workouts to band only workouts, to sit training, speed, intensity training a couple times a week, and just really focusing on increasing my daily steps and having high protein in my diet. And that has really enabled me to change my body faster at the age of 51 than I ever had been able to in all my years of trying weights and classes and all the things. I really like this band because it's adjustable, so I fold it over and I can change the intensity of it instead of having to have multiple bands and switching them out. It's just more time efficient, so I really can do a 10-minute strength training with this band. So it is important if you have bands to make sure they're really challenging. This looks easier than it is. It is really, really challenging. I actually think the band is more challenging than when I was doing heavier weight training because of the increased time under tension, doing that full range of motion, the half range of motion, the quarter reps, and the pulses. It is a lot of tension on the muscle. So for me, this is actually way harder than weight training, but I am working out way less than I ever have. I used to do 45 minutes of weights, and now I'm literally doing 10, maybe 20 minutes a day. If I have to skip a day, then on average, I'm doing 10 minutes of band workouts a day, and my body has completely changed. And I have not lost any strength. I did a video on where I tested my strength after doing band workouts for about 5 or 6 weeks, and my strength has increased. So based on all the studies that I've been reading, when you do hard variable resistance training, which this is, it actually has been shown to increase your strength, but it doesn't give me those bulky muscles, that bulkier look that I was getting when I was weight training. In addition, because this is so challenging, the studies do show that it does help to increase your bone mineral density as well. So next we're going to talk about fascia sculpting, which is what I've done in my med spa for years, the cellulite treatments that I have done for years, I kind of wanted to find a way to do it on myself at home because as I was getting older, I noticed a lot of crepiness and cellulite above my knees specifically. That was driving me crazy, and as well on my arms. So this is a fascia sculpting comb that I like to use. It's made of sandalwood, so it's very gentle on the skin versus those stronger ceramic fascia blasters. Those always would bruise me, and I was left with a ton of bruises. So there is a specific way that I have found and backed by science that really helps to reduce your cellulite and to tighten your skin. So there's 3 things specifically that you need. If you added hot and cold, which I like to do sometimes, I do it in my med spa, and I'll do it at home with my thermal stones, make them hot to warm up the tissue, and then cold after. But if you do it right after your workout, your body is already warmed up, so it's a great time to do it if you have time. So you need 3 things specifically. You need pressure, pull, and shear. So this is backed by science, but pressure specifically, I do something called strumming, so almost like combing the skin to increase the blood flow and circulation. But again, if you're doing it after a workout, it's less important. The pull, I do something called a circulift. So I created that circulift terminology to help my clients just envision little circles and lifting. So you're kind of pulling the skin. So you want to, that helps to release stem cells, which helps to increase the collagen. So after that, I do shearing. Think of a zigzag and drag, which I'm doing here, zigzagging across your skin and kind of a drag. So you want to do this, all of the movements from different depths and different angles. So you're really addressing the skin from different depths and angles to just really help get in there to stimulate collagen. The shearing specifically releases something called a fasciacyte cell, which has been proven to increase hyaluron in your body. When you increase hyaluron, that's basically hyaluronic acid, which is hydrating your body from the inside. When your body is more hydrated, it's going to look better, look more youthful, look more plumped and firm. So that's why these 3 ways of doing the treatment are vital. They're backed by science in order to get the best results. You also do not need a lot of time. Here I'm just doing about 1.5 minutes per side. So when I do this at home, I usually do the same, about 1.5 to 3 minutes per problem area. So I do it in bed. Your skin does not have to be lubricated. That's another great benefit of this tool. So I keep it by my bed. I'll do it at night while I'm watching TV or just, hanging out, and do a few minutes per problem area. As we get older, especially perimenopause, menopause, and our hormones are all over the place, this is also making our cellulite worse. Our collagen, everything is more tight and actually stickier and more dry. So enabling the blood flow and circulation and doing the fascia sculpting really helps to lubricate you, like I said, from the inside, so that the connective tissue, the skin is more hydrated and supple from the inside. Of course, drinking water is also going to help increase flushing out the toxins and making your skin look better. So as we age, it's really vital to get in more protein, more water, do these treatments that help increase blood flow and circulation. Check out my other videos that are longer workouts and skin firming tips as we age.